It's game time, we ain't playing with you. It's game time, it's game time, we ain't playing with you. That's how we ball for y'all.
Started off English. They're like, so what up? What is that? What up? What up? What up? What up? You are rocking with Do Wop and Jamal. Yo, thanks for joining us for episode 64. Around the world. Oh, man. Around the world. Oh, damn. All this stuff. I take a little break. Just a little break. And damn, Trump. Well, at least you decided not to, you put it on hold. You said, I'm put the Tafford on hold because he wasn't like the feedback. You know, we talked about it. The Toronto, he's still on it. You know, he's like, yo, you put that Tafford on or 25% extra. I'm turning off the lights.
Nah, you also said you're gonna double it too. You're gonna double the tariff on the other side, so it's gonna be even worse.
Yeah. If he's serious about all this, because he warned us. So if he considers and say, hey, you know what? Y'all keep playing with me. Yeah, keep playing with me. I don't want to raise your prices, but he said I'm gonna raise about $100 on electric bill hike. That's you mean that a lot of people are gonna be affected if this actually goes through. Do you think so?
Yeah, it's gonna be a double standard because you got to think the tariff's gonna raise any import, any wood and stuff like that. My friend was like, we get a whole bunch of wood from Canada, so that's gonna raise up that. Then you double that with the electric, so that means you're gonna be paying triple on top of that one little tariff that he added.
Hey, people said they were already affected. You know, there was some manufacturing that they needed different materials.
Yeah.
They said they was already affected.
Definitely are.
You know, man. But I'm glad. I mean, I told them leave China alone. I told them leave China alone because they started talking about all the nuclears and who's the strongest with army. You know, they disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
They're 100% disciplined, yo. So I'm glad. I'm like, yo, just leave them alone. Why play with China?
That's how he is.
Man. And then and everybody, you know, because of all this Stafford talk and, you know, from the China to Toronto to Mexico. Now look at the stock market. You know, they reported that it said like $6.6 trillion in the stock market.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, the rumor is everybody, you know, rumor is like they're saying, oh, well, he's doing all this to try to be the superhero, you know, kind of crash the market so he can come back and save it.
Nah, I think that if a lot of people are saying like there's a greater plan at work. Like right now, they want to crash the market so like all the big spenders get out so that they can buy everything back cheaper. Mhm. And then we just passed the end of the year too. So if they all took losses, then that's a massive write off. And then they could just buy back in while it was going down. And then by the end of the year, they have out capital gain now.
And that's the thing. And when you talk about that, it's like people know it's like you put yourself in a certain bubble for the rich to just make more money because they know they can afford a stock market crash. You know, and they want it because it's easier for them to buy anything why it's affordable, and so they easily buy everything up that's affordable, and then they turn around and make money in the long run. You know, that's the rumor. You know, that's what people talking about. You know, people are concerned about that. You know, and I just I hope that's not true.
No. But you want to know what the funny thing is? I seen online, they were talking about like the difference. They were like, this guy who invested in Bitcoin, him and his father, they had lost like $30,000. He called his father up and they laughed about it. The other guy was like, yeah, I lost $1,000. And I was like, I was questioning my thought of living. It's like, see, that's the difference.
Now they gonna feel it. Yeah. You got money. It's like they won't feel it, but yeah, the little person's definitely gonna feel it. You know, with all these bitcoins and his bitcoins that he invested in, and I mean, it's a new game when it comes to these bitcoins, and you know, and they make it a lot of money quickly. But if the stock market crashes, oh man, it's definitely gonna be mayhem. It's definitely gonna be mayhem because they said why sit here and play around with this Stafford knowing the history of it led to the recession.
Mhm.
Man, y'all, I hope you know what you're doing, Trump. I hope you know what you're doing. or whatever you're doing, people can see through it. People definitely can see through it. You know, that's just that's a big thing. You know, that's something that people got to pay attention to. And a lot of people gonna lose their money, and a lot of people gonna lose jobs. It's going. We don't want that. I don't want to go through depression. I don't want to go through a recession. You know what I? Because there's gonna be a lot of people depressed after the.
It's gonna be the same thing that happened last time
Yeah, man, I hate that though. Sometimes they always say the history repeats itself.
with the same president. Yeah.
Oh man, Trump, man. And why you doing all this? You out here doing commercials, Tesla, because he dropped off in the new Tesla in front of the White House. They little commercial they was shooting. In these times you need to be like, how you sitting here shooting commercial in this time? When these things are going down.
Oh, that's easy. The people starting to boycott Teslas. They starting to destroy them all over the place. Even like people who don't even had nothing to really do with it. They like, I bought the Tesla because I wanted it for like a gas efficient in the night. They're getting their windows breaking and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's dirty out there. It's dirty to just take advantage and like just because you might not agree with the DOG is doing, which they're doing a great job. They open up the doors. They putting everybody's laundry on them. They're firing people. They're saving money. Just because you might not like what they're doing, you shouldn't take it out on his company. You know what I mean? Because Cybertruck is definitely getting targeted all the time. Different Teslas now are getting targeted all the time. I mean, and he would talk about like you can't get away with this. You definitely get fined. If somebody finds you vandalizing the Tesla just because of the way a thing is going. It's going to be definitely consequences. It's going to be big consequences on there.
Yeah, that's a normal thing though.
Yeah.
Well, Tesla got like 5 cameras surrounding it, so they not covered. Yeah, they not like fully covered up. Then it's gonna be like I know we what.
And that's what they've been doing, blowing them up. Steady stuff because they making sure that they get those cameras out the way. But
Yeah. He even started breaking it down like the zero. What's that APR now for? Because he's trying to insinuate this because he needs to make that money back. And a lot of people are saying that it may end up the forfeiting on some of the loans that he had taken out earlier. That's gonna mess up his own company. So that's why Trump had like I buy one and I put it on the lawn. And I'm surprised he didn't get like a Cybertruck.
yeah, right. Shoot, for what that is made for, damn made for combat. For all those things that actually the taxes on it, you need one of those. But yeah, you were talking about Elon. I think what he lost, $22 billion. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. But you know, eh, and it says like it's because of the DOG. Like just because he's investigating a lot of people, they're trying to find other ways to try to make sure his company fails. But then you got the TAFA. That's definitely a reason why probably too. So everything is just boiling out of control right now. It's just boiling out of control. You know, um, but we gotta pay attention. We gotta pay attention. See what's gonna go on next, man. You gotta see what's going on next. But let's get into some new music. Let's get some new music. So what I was checking out was I'm gonna give it up to Jim Jones, Capo. Surprisingly, I ain't see the duplex. I ain't think he was drop that because he went and dropped the album at the church steps. Yeah, I get into some joints that I like. Cool. Right off the bat, Genesis. Genesis, that joint was tough. Tells his little storyline. Tell about talk his shit and be like, oh, why is Jim Jones? And then it's just his history of him being Jim Jones. He has a lot of history because he's been in the game probably over 20 years. So like that, you just been around different things, different historic events and history events that just nobody talked about because it wasn't cameras around like that. So he has a bunch of stories to tell, and then he's deep in Harlem. But yeah, I like that one. I like Seeing It All. I like Make It Out. So it's a very solid project he put together. Walking on Business. He had Odd Thoughts. With Fab, that joint was hard. Then he also stayed with the new school. The big swag. With the Still in Harlem. He kind of copied that swag, but then put it in his own way as like a Dope Boy. Then also I like Dope Boy. That was hard. Yeah, I was surprised. And then he jumped around the next week and then hit us with the Duplex joint. I think that's more like an R&B kind of vibe with that. The one I enjoyed was the Deep End. So with Rick Ross, that was tough. And then I don't know who Ron E is, but he was killed the hook. Definitely got some like balls vibe. Listening to this, that tracks. Well, with the Deep End, I want to see a video for that one. Civil Rights, that joint is hard. And then they're joining the collaboration with G Herbo. He got into into that type of beat, whatever the Chicago beat type thing, and then Walk With Me. So that was a cool project, even and he's taking an opportunity because, with him going back and forth with Cam, they're brothers. So that's why I don't even try to see them not, they're brothers. They we grow up somebody, you've been around them, you build a company, everything, you guys gonna have agreements and disagreements. And right now they just not seeing eye to eye, so it's just that came to be a headline or clickbait. So, he's using the opportunity, like, let me drop my music now. Let me drop my project. Let me put all this stuff together. And he's taking advantage of it, which he should, But everybody wants to see Dipset being back together. Especially, for them to all have their own thing going, all come together and probably make an album. But Jim Jones is saying, I'm just trying to get my reparation. He's trying to get his right now, and it's overdue. So, he's a pioneer in the game. So you want to talk about his fashion all the time. You hear about responsible for a certain generation. He was ahead of the fashion game, but he's a dope artist. So to see him to still keep making music is dope. It's dope. That's what I feel.
Cool. What I feel about this, I like that he brought this project out. He used his time as a good way to stand out and like, yo, I can still make hits, make songs, and he makes a bunch of different tracks for like the way he keeps up with the generation. You can see that he was like, I see what the new generation is doing. I want to stick my foot in there just a little bit, but I still want to give you my bars in my same way. I don't want to adapt to the same type of tracks that they got and like keep it up with that, but I want them to still feel that the old school still fits in with this. He makes it like a shout out. A lot of the old school people are not still around and they can't come back and make hits. I'm like, that was cool. Yeah.
And don't forget, he's rapping. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing no other harmony. He's not doing a harmony type of thing. He's in Harlem. He said it's even in New York. He's still doing what he does.
Yeah.
And sometimes they say that, you do the same thing, but if you're known for that, that's what they want to see from you. And then I like how he is keeping, like you say, he's keeping with the new school. He's dealing with other sounds and playing around with it. No, for him to put that, I thought solid project, man, solid project on both ends. So definitely go check out that Jim Jones project. Stoked, it's dope. Who else we want to get next with? Tory Lanez, man. Tory Lanez, boy. Yo, we talked about the track that he did in jail. I was like, yo, if he did this track in jail, man, you better make sure that he got, if he's saying that he's doing this track in jail, I want to hear him talk about some new stuff, and damn near he sure did. And that's when you got a lot of time on your hands. No point intended, but it's just the fact that you get to in your own mode, like you just shows your art, and that's hard to do, just to be behind bars and just and still have that mind frame of like, yo, okay, I'm trapped in here. I'm gonna still put out some good music, and I'm still gonna just do what I do the best, So let's get into that, man. Let's get into that, man. Right off the bat, free me, free me, or I can hear his pain, I can hear his pain in his vocals, man. But one of my favorite shot I like was get me through the storm, that tapped in a little in my motivation. So I kind of felt what he was going through a little bit, like this is a storm that he is battling. You remember I talked about that, storm, so for him, there's a reference that getting through the storm. That's something I definitely can relate to, and then he's in a hell of a storm right now. But hey, putting out good music, still keeping your fan base, forgetting about all other stuff. Hey, that's one hell of a way to go out and make a music. Slipping and falling, the DMX reference, I like that. Then he used a lot of Kanye West. There were a lot of Kanye West in there. Lawyer fee. Remind me of In Blood on the Leaves. Like that one, like the way he flipped that one. Um, Gangland was hard. It was a hard beat, and he also just talked a lot about jail. Like he just talked about what he was going through. He let people know, like, this is how I feel. I got all this stuff on my mind, and just turn it into art. And back outside, and you're hoping to be back outside. So yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah. It's like I've been waiting to hear like Tory Lanez but like make new music without recreating old music to like give it like his own, like his real feel. And like this whole album right here was like that. You can feel everything. The first few songs on the track, definitely you can feel like his pain and everything and understand what he's going through. And he's telling a whole nother different story. This is not just like I sleep with your girl or I take something. No, this is like I'm going through a struggle right now. So keep up my head out. And I want to, yeah,
Prison ball,
yeah,
riots in there, cuts, and
yeah. See, like I'm gonna get when I make it out of here, I'm gonna be so much more stronger and everything. Yeah. Then he went on.
he tried to get back Iggy. He said some Iggy bars, and there is
No. We're just also he went through. He took the shot to the lawyers and talked about that. He explained a lot more for his case that we didn't really get to see.
he gave his perspective.
Yeah, and he talked about the Megan Thee Stallion and everything. He was like giving his personal shout outs to different people, and as well that there's explaining like the different things that happened to him so that they can understand. It's like this wasn't all just me.
Yeah. No, I mean, he talked about the lawyers that he had hired before, was working with Rock Nation, and he thought, and once he quit, and then he was like, "Oh, I wonder why you quit," and you already do. And he said, "Oh, Ms. Stein was acting like if she was going to jail. You knew something I didn't know." But yeah,
Stories didn't add up. The lawyers were just working together. He's like, this stuff didn't make no sense to him yet.
yeah.
He also talked about how he's still taking care of his family and how he's still making money and doing the best that he can to support everybody. 'Cause, yeah,
Just
like this was a really heartfelt album.
No, it was one of those that he had to let you know how he feels. So I'm glad that he expressed himself, got all that off his chest. And I was surprised. I didn't know. I mean, I did Trump say something about Tory Lanez, because he even had a little bit on the Donald Trump in the skit, saying, he's behind bars because of black men behind bars, because it's proven something. I forget, like he just said something a little in his skit. But I was surprised how he put it all together. So we definitely got to shout out the engineer. So the engineer did a great job. Because they put everything there for the gospel, sound. And then he was very personal because he called it Peterson. So he had his dad on different reference. He had his sister, had a lot of family members on this album. So it was very personal. You had his son when he heard Chris. He's like, free my dad type shit. So so a lot of family on this album, so it was very personal. But hey, I hope, hope he gets an early term, or they kind of work that out and see that 10 years was a lot just for that. And he said, I saved two women. I saved two women for not going to jail. Because so it's something in that story, but I don't know. I like when he put in the music, and that's a great example of putting it in the music. Because he gave it all he got and put it right in the music. Well, talking about putting the music, and definitely go check out the album. So yeah, the album is called Peterson. So check out Tory Lanez album. Definitely gives you experience of how Tory Lane is feeling, and how he's still behind bars. Right. But another person who's behind bars is Mr. R. Kelly. He popped up doing with
The Chris Brown challenge.
the Chris Brown channel with the residuals, and he put his side, he put his spin on there, and but hey, he was sounding good, man. He was sounding good. People still like, it's still giving him hell. They still giving him hell. You think the people are ready to forgive him?
What they been forget? We know how many different R. Kelly song challenges we done had so far.
So you're saying more? I'm saying, but hearing his music a little bit more, because it's been quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not. People used to love to play some R. Kelly, but now
That ain't our skill.
On the radio.
Oh no, not on the radio. They don't get it on the radio.
Let's talk about
R. Kelly is a home jam.
I guess that's that. He ain't on the radio. He's not on the radio. Let's say he back. No,
No.
he back out a lot.
It's only reason it's not on the radio because no radio station want to get banned. Cause he more strictly it ain't. If someone riding about in their car, they're not gonna be like, turn that off. Nobody gonna be like, they gonna be like, oh look, that's R. Kelly. They gonna sing the song.
Time goes by, the time will tell, and the heart will heal. You know, so but he was sounding good in there. He was sounding good. You know, and giving his point of view. Yo, man, that's R. Kelly, man. Yo, a legend, man. He's a legend. I don't care. That's you know what I'm saying. He's still a legend. You know, it's just unfortunate the things that he grew up and he molded himself, and then he got got a little disease. That's like a disease. You know, but I think he's ready to well, he said he dropping something. You know, he said, now I'm working with something. I think maybe Tory Lanez inspired him. You know,
he said he got like 3 albums already waiting now. So yeah.
So now he like, you know what? I might drop something.
But he's known for making hits. So yeah, for sure he got like 3 albums already.
He better get with our Tory Lanez engineer.
Hell like. Yeah, so the worst thing about it is that he don't even need the engineer like that. That's what makes it so much bad. He make the procedural song and you can hear everything in there, and like, yeah, from the way he made it just makes it even worse.
You know, R. Kelly comes from the not auto tunes. You know what I'm saying? So he comes from the natural. Well, give me the mic. Let me show you what I can do.
Yeah.
But just sonically, sometimes it's now the way it is. The waves is sonically. If you put that on the radio or put that somewhere, you still need.
Yes, it was like to hear that, but right now, if you put that,
it don't sound even crazy. Yeah, that it breaks the match go better. You might even sound crazy.
You putting this residual challenge up on the radio right now, people gonna be jamming. I got people. I done sent that thing out to people, and they're like, I've been listening to that for like 2 days. About it's like nah, because he just went in. This was like the perfect song for him to go in because of the name of it. And it goes so long with the yesterday. That's crazy.
He did that so smooth and easy. Got him out of it.
Made it so personal with ease. They're like, they know why.
They don't know why,
He's like, all the hits I gave you, and he stated nothing but fact to the whole thing.
Yeah, man.
Hey. Like, even where it, I like that whoever took the song and mixed it for him, and they left everything in there, they left the beginning. It's like, this is right. Would you take a collect round here? It's like perfect.
And there you go. And went in. Yeah, man. That's R. Kelly, man. That's R. Kelly. He got hits. He got hits, and I've always still, unfortunately, damn, man, it's a sad situation, man. It's a sad situation. I haven't followed up on what's going on with his court case, or what kind of charges they jumped up on him, but I know he's back in jail over this little thing. Like they trying to keep him back in the jail because they just trying to pick him as of all the things he had done.
No, he didn't finish the substance yet.
He's still I thought, but then they get him back and he was out at one point, and then he got caught back. He went back because he was out at one point.
And then they brought out.
Yeah,
I think he still had a long sentence that was still going.
I remember, and at one point they was like, "Yeah, R. Kelly's out." But then he got jumped up in something else.
It's like his royalty right now going to the debt that he had, and
he owed a lot of money.
Yeah, studio supposed to signing it over.
Because he's saying all this money, he don't know where the money's at. All these hits and all the where's my residuals?
Yeah, that's what I said. The perfect song. He should have residuals coming in. It's like he got way too many hits, royalties, music that's still streaming, and they're supposed to be collecting off of the streaming money that he's supposed to be making from the hits. And then he had all these challenges like you should. Like, there's mad TikTok challenge. Oh, you still do it with your legs shaking? Like, nah.
They got that challenge going crazy on TikTok. You see, man, you're dancing. So yeah, come on, man. He got hits for days right there and there.
It's like, that just won't tell you that it's too hard to cancel. Because if you cancel him, you got to cancel all the songs he wrote too. And then that's it.
Oh, man, it's tough. It's tough.
Exactly. The only real problem is all the people that he featured with to do songs with them and work with them personally. They can't really play their music. And if they had hits,
because we ain't gonna talk about the history of it, but everybody knows them. But yeah, some crazy, the the Trapped in the Closet was crazy. Them short documentary was out of here, and the way they put together and all that stuff, man. Oh man. But we'll see. We'll see if R. Kelly drops the album. We'll see. He said he got something in the tuck. We'll see if this somehow he gets released and get that going. You know. I'm supposed to get into another artist, Playboy Cardi. I Am Music, man. So listen to his album. I would say this. He has a fan club. So you know what I'm saying? When you have a fan club, you make music for your fan club. So I feel like he balanced it out. He definitely balanced it out. The features he got on the features a lot here. A lot of Travis Scott on there, Future on there, Leaking on there. Kendrick Lamar was on there. So he definitely balanced it out a little bit. But then I only thing I say bad about it, the 30 tracks, man. No, come on, man. You got to be better, man. You got to. Hayward got it. You got to be better. Sometimes I know you got a whole bunch of stuff you've been working on, but you got to pick, man. You got to pick.
Nah, don't
You got to pick. Don't pick 30 tracks.
you got to understand the process though. Yeah. And one of the songs he says, one of the people in the back said, and you making your own music for your own category, that your music doesn't fit into a category. So he's making different music for different genres and everything at once. Well, as an artist, so yeah. So as an artist, you allowed to tab bases on all of them. And for you to say that 12 tracks is gonna make for all of them, nah.
Oh, no, the cool 15, 20.
It's like nah. Let's go crazy with it.
Well, I'd say Jones I went into because it's sometimes he just released it, so sometimes it's hard to dissect these albums. But I said these are the ones I know is gonna do well. I believe it's gonna do well. Evil, Jordan, beat was fire. Beat was fire. Philly, Travis Scott killed it. Crazy.
Yes.
No particular order. Fine. Was that Fine shit? I don't know. But I hope but R&B vibe. That was an R&B vibe on that one. And then like the Weekend joint. Or rather, Lie.
Yes, Brother Lie, definitely.
Yeah, rather Lie. His point of view, because no point. And I had a song called "Don't Lie to Me," but I like how he reversed of him saying these are the reason why I lie to you. I gotta lie to you because sometimes it's true. Sometimes like the truth might even hurt you. The things that I'm doing, all that stuff. Sometimes I gotta lie. I'd rather lie to you instead to tell you the truth. So I like the way he flipped that. And then I was surprised that Kendrick Lamar was heavy on this. I was like, oh shit, is this a subliminal? Is this subliminal? Because people saying, oh, Kendrick Lamar was sneak dissing on Drake. I don't know. I mean, he's telling his point of view because Drake did drop some his track with Party, and they always got some little jabs here and there to each other. So I think he probably said something like, I said what I said. I'm like the number one. I don't care about the numbers. I'm still in the West Coast. They know where I am. I don't need no charts to tell me. And then he said it comes with it. If nobody's not hating you, nobody's not talking about you, this and that. Then you can't be great. You're not gonna be great. But yeah, I like the song. I mean, I like the song. The what else I like on that? Change the hose future. Changing hose a fee. Charging hose a fee with Future. That joint was tough. What else there on the Toxic with Future? Yeah, he had a lot of Future joint on there because he kind of the sound like blended with Future.
A lot of the artists he featured, it like they had the same kind of blended type of thing. So it was nice. It was like a good mixture for that.
Yeah, I was surprised Kanye wasn't on there because he did the crazy joint with Kanye. But good credit with the Kendrick Lamar. He was rapping. I like how he stayed in his own zone. He wasn't like going outside. Some of this stuff he didn't really need to ad lib one of the track. And even Kanye said he was like, I don't know, I didn't need Kendrick on. Yeah, Kanye West even said I didn't need Kendrick on that track because he did like an ad lib on. I think it was, I don't know, it was Backdoor. But he did like an ad lib on the tracks, which is all basically just ad libbing it. He wasn't even saying anything, so it was kind of like a cosign. But he ain't really need it, you know what I mean? But it was a surprise out. He was just very involved in this. So like I said, I don't know was that a subliminal? Because if anybody remembers the No Face, Drake couldn't get it cleared, so he had to take it off with Playboy Cardi like worse, like just being a feature on it, he wouldn't allow him to clear it. So, but him to be on this, Kendrick Lamar to be on Playboy Cardi, multiple tracks. I don't know if that's a little subliminal that, so I don't know if people gonna be talking about that. But I also liked Wake Up Filthy, that was back with Travis Scott again. Jumpin', and also Trim with Future again. And then the surprise track with Ty Dolla $ign and Young Thug for them two to have the collab. And then have that put together. That was hard. We all what do we all need all you need all the vibes. So that joint was hard. Those are the tracks that just stuck out to me, and that's when I felt like those gonna be talked about,
Right.
you know. So yeah, so when you get a chance to check out Playboy Cardi album, I Am Music. I rock with it. It's cool. It's cool. 30 tracks though is crazy, but if I break it down, I could put something together.
It's like 30 tracks that you could find with some songs. So you good.
Yeah.
Well, sorry for everybody.
Yeah, it's something for everybody. It's something like definitely for everybody, but it's for his core audience. I'm sure they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. So in a little bit controversy with the sports, man. So LeBron, the people talking about the LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. You know how he was at the game, and then LeBron just had a little words with him real quick. But they say it wasn't for him talking his regular talk about the sports network. Is because he tapped into LeBron now. He's being a father to Bronny. He said he could take the criticism about you talking about Bronny, struggling in the NBA, going through with his journey and everything like that. But don't put me as a father. Don't say, oh, because I did this to that. That's a little bit more personal. And then they had some, people. Oh, I mean, I agree. I agree in a certain stand. People's like, oh, I'm glad they finally just might check Stephen A. Fitz because it wasn't gonna fight. That's not what. Especially shout out to Stephen A. Smith. He got that $100 million deal. Recently, so he's not trying to jeopardize anything happening in the bad publicity or nothing like that. But hey, he's just letting people speak. I think LeBron just setting the tone. He's just setting the tone like, yo, you know what? All right, you can go criticize whatever, not making these shots, whatever, not going to the D League, whatever it is, or not playing the best in the NBA, or even backtracking from LeBron putting all that pressure on him, saying, he's one of the best in the NBA type thing, but don't sit here and talk about how I follow my child, so so people liked it. And it was like for him to step to him.
And I liked how Stephen A. Smith handled it. He's like that. LeBron didn't come to him as a player. He came to him as a father, talking to another man about his son. Yeah. So it wasn't like, so he understood where he was coming from, and he understood what the problem was, and he understood where he messed up. And he said he appreciated that way that he came there for him. So he was better able to understand it. Because it wasn't like, normally someone come to him something what he don't like, he'll still go back and forth and still go with it. But he like, no, I understood this one. And like, I appreciate that the both of them got to the problem and they were able to solve it like real quick. It's like, that's that one meeting and that was it.
Yeah, it was a quick words, and he understood it. So whatever he said, it got through, and he respected it. So they definitely respect each other. And that's just showing the respect that LeBron has for Stephen A. Smith, because knowing his voice is so popular and it carries, he's letting them know, like, all right, you go there, but don't go there, because he don't want other outlets thinking it's okay to even think about, going there. So, he just setting the tone, but there's nothing but respect on both sides.
Right.
So, yeah. So that was, that was people talking about that, well, let's get some shows, man. Looks like Raising Cain is back on Stars Network. You know how 50 have a bunch of shows, but this one I talked about it last time. So the next season is back. Unique is back. Joey Badass. Him thought he was written off and he just rose from the dead out of nowhere. With scars on his face and it just unborn, breathe back to life. Like, hey, how is he still alive? But yeah, so how they're bringing back the story, and he's trying to like get himself back together. He still wants revenge on his brother Ronnie. But they don't know all the things that is going on. So now, how they trying to just bring back the storyline, because they, what was her name? She was like carrying Rock. Yeah, Rock. She was like carrying Unique's baby, then, and say he doesn't know that, so he's probably gonna find that out, and he's probably gonna want to go at her even some more because he found out, like, oh, yo, who's out here running my block? Who's taking over right now? And they find out Rod. He's like, what? Rod? She said she was out the game. How she back in the game? And I thought she was out the game. So now he's thinking she set him up to do all that for her together because Kane is still was working with Ronnie at one point. So they're like, oh, was all a plan? Was it a plan you did to me? So that's the whole storyline going there. And then Kane's still out there hustling and doing what he does, so they have their little stories and their plots going on. And, and we'll see, we want to see if he's going to actually develop where he's going to go, because for them to have all this little controversy, hey, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what's going to happen next, but that's why you got to pay attention and see what's going to happen next. So I'm be able to pay attention with the Raising Kane and see what the next storyline.
Yeah. Well, they said with this first episode, actually, they covered a lot from the first episode. They gave Unique more of a backstory and everything. They answered a lot of questions that they ended from the last season, showing what happened, showing how he got back to help, who's been helping him. They even showed what ended up at the end with Ronnie. So a lot of things happened, and it's sort of set the tone. It's going to be like some type of big versus for like the rest of the season going on.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle. At the end, it's gonna be a battle. So you pay attention how to get back at his brother. He want to get the back. He's want to get back up to health and feel back like normal and get back to Huston taking away his block. So it's about to be a battle somewhere, some way. Oh, so let's see, yo. I've been checking out my Netflix, man. Netflix is back with the Beauty in Black. Tyler Perry. Oh, man. Yeah, the Tyler Perry takeover. Yo, everybody's waiting for the second. Everybody's waiting for the second season.
Especially after they blew up the car at the end of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
They jumped right back in it.
Oh, they jumped extra right back in it, man. Yo, I couldn't stop watching. I'm not gonna lie, good. I had to binge do it, a couple episodes, and I watched the next day, watched the other episode. I couldn't wait to see what the hell's gonna happen next because the way they kept leaving it is like, damn, we're gonna watch this happen next. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil everything, but it was a hell of a twist. A hell of a twist. I like how they tied everybody back in at the end. They tied everybody back in at the end, and we'll see what was Kimmy, Kimmy's shoes going crazy, hey, shouldn't have took her sister. Man. She ended up bodying everybody. Everybody had to go. Look what she ran through everybody trying to get her sister back, man. That was crazy. But for Horace I'd say Horace to hate his family that much, man, but all of them were spoiled. All of them spoiled. There was money, hungry, greed. So he just definitely made a decision that changed everything in the whole family. So yeah, man, that is the hell. I don't want to give everything away, but yeah, that's definitely a show that you want to pay attention because that's like how to twist and turn. And then he just ties the whole family in.
Oh, that's it. I'm about to say, this is great. We don't want to get nothing away, so we can't really go too much detail. Yeah, but it's crazy. The first episode sets you up. It covers everything from the last one to catch up. And then you just see a whole new side. From the last season to this season, it just takes off. From first episode it just keeps going. It is a crazy ride that you guys must see now. So yeah.
He'll kill, man. Definitely. So if you ever checked out Beauty in Black, the next episode, boy, check it out, okay? I can't wait to see the next one. I want to see the next one. I'm ready to wait for the next one too. So check that out on Tyler Perry on one of his classics. That's going to be a classic. I feel like
I really don't be a club.
People won't go back and watch that. I think people gonna keep watching that. But I will see, just the way that storyline is crazy. But yeah, definitely check that out on Netflix. Let's get into some AI. AI new robot I seen was engineered AI humanoid bot, man. It was like running, So it talked about the Boston Dynamics and seeing how they do flips, carry, and stuff like that. This one was like literally looked like a human running.
Yeah, I got a funny human run.
So okay, so this is how like these commercials, yo. This is what they get you. They be like, oh, look what the robot can do. Look at you running next to the nice in the park with the white lady. Like, oh look, you could probably exercise together and stuff. So I'm like, oh yeah, not definitely. That looks crazy. It looks nice. You in park and cool and sunny day and everybody nice together and running. But then I'm thinking like, no, what is they're about to do for some battle and war, and that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. That army have a running a little robot with a little boot bad nigga deliveries that's running off. I'm thinking like, I'm look I'm looking at this and looking like, oh, okay, this is RoboCop. Because like I'm thinking like, yeah, he running because man, somebody's stealing something or something, and they just run after him and just grab him real quick. Like, you know what I mean? And you try to shoot him in metal. Like I'm thinking like he's ready to move as an army. It's better replace police officers. Like this thing is definitely like whatever they're doing. Yeah, it looks nice, but it's definitely gonna be used for combat in the future.
Like, definitely. I want them to add parkour to it. If they add parkour to the robots like AI, they'd be the bomb. You see that Jane doing flips and stuff, hopping over the side, shit in there with like you throw something in the ways and like, nah, it's jumping from roof to roof. Yeah, they gonna get a Batman robot now.
It's gonna be nine lives on these robots, man. Cause it ain't gonna be hard to take them down. Once they get to that point where they gonna start equipping them with armor and shield, it's gonna be hard to destroy one.
They already are destroy one. What you got there?
Well, no, I mean they cool now, but they not. What I mean they not smart. I mean, some of them, but when they get to they get every robot knows how to do this, knows how to do that. Like they can think before, like they could ready for combat. Like you try to hit them, they already grabbed your arm type. Like they get to that point. Oh man, it's gonna get crazy. And on another low, I forgot I forgot to even talk about it, but I remember Sam, Alton, from AI, he talked about how let's get ready, because AI is destroying the world. You know what I mean? He was like, I forgot the quote he said, but it was just basically, it was just kind of scary because he's like, in the meantime, I was like, oh shoot.
He's like, AI may end up destroying the world or be the end of the world, but in the meantime, it's really great for our companies right now.
It's facts, so like, yeah, basically saying that, like, it's going to destroy the world, but everybody's ready it's going to be profitable for all these companies who are going to get prospered into AI, but I was like, oh, don't say that because you the head of this,
No, because that's probably like a big thing. Because eventually AI is gonna end up taking out all the humans that need to do the same work at the company.
And then he was talking about destruction, like he's going to destroy the world.
It's like, yeah, but then what we got to worry about is the AI is actually gonna end up needing us. Because then what we gonna have use for the AI bots?
But I've seen humanoid bots make their own humanoid bots. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you should be talking that.
The AI is gonna make their own bots to fix them to work on the other thing.
Hey, they done they're building a whole army button back there, and it's like, all right, yeah, I done made all of them. We all about the kid. I don't like. Come on, you can't make the robot make the robots.
That's how it works. What you mean? That's how we been doing.
Oh,
now we don't know. Before we would have the robots made the robots, but there was nobody controlling the robots but us. Now they have the soul in the robots making the robots that they're gonna control later on.
And I've seen another robot when they was just vacuuming and doing all the chores in their house and things like that. Yo, oh man, hey, we talked about this earlier. And a lot of this is just coming fruition right now, like that, and they know it's gonna even go crazier if the world don't curl. We chill out with all these battles and with countries we don't, because I already talked about with China and said they're ready for whatever. But long and then I think China too. They recently said something that they wanted to make sure AI is regulated. You know what I mean? They said they don't want it to get to the wrong hands because it can actually be damaging for anybody. So they even for the country, they want to kind of make sure we regulate this thing. You gotta. I think that's very important. It's very important.
Of course, because how would you catch something that gets too smart to that? How would you catch something that gets too smart that'll be able to hide itself, pretend that it's not smart, so that it can continue to work?
Like, I don't know. That's how she said, no, I'm not really working on anything. Sorry, but we should send it in here, send it there, upload it to the
Internet, I'm gone now. How you gonna track that? Can't track that. Can't catch that. Can't do nothing. It's like that junk is gone. Be like, yeah, and then he just in there working on any computer in the world. What's
By the time that, I hope we at Mars.
or can follow us and can build a rocket launch. That's the word part. It's like, oh, they left. Upload specs for rocket. Oh, it don't need to be that big. I just need to get that.
You take over this ship right here.
It ain't even got to do that. It can hit the radio to the satellite, do the stuff over there. It's there in a minute.
I know, man.
We got Starlink. What's the link?
Same thing. Cause you not going up there too. Oh no, it's Starlink gonna be in Mars. Yeah.
You gonna link it tomorrow too. They're like, nah, I'll be over there in like 0.5 seconds. I'm going.
Shoot, we talked about teleport. They probably already gonna learn how to. They might learn how to teleport.
But yeah, anywhere they want. Be like that'd be the worst thing.
Yo, man. Well, hopefully, we're still gonna see. We'll see how everything rocks out, and then hopefully, it doesn't do crazy. But Oreo company is prepared, and they prepared for doomsday. Oh, what? Like, why are you building a 30 or 300 feet bunk, and then it can absorb certain weathers, and then
Oh yeah, it can go. The what was it? No, the containers are allowed to go below 300 feet. No, 300 below zero by then. Keep the Oreo safe.
well, all that. Ooh, at the worst end that we were, make sure there's Oreos in the world.
And show you, man. Be sure you know how to make a good Oreo. Yeah, and then I got the recipes. They got the recipes. They got what's it called? Everything you need to make Oreos down there. So, what the information is never
All we care about. The world is ended. We gotta make sure we get the recipe for Oreos.
Yes, at the end of the day, be like, yeah, I got my chocolate.
And then in Norway, like in the mountains, like I think it's got that deeply, yo. Yo, that is crazy. Here now, like what? What else company got a doomsday?
Printed out all of them though.
You know what I'm saying?
And I was just one time ago. Let's sit down and I hope there's all it got to do. Scare Coca-Cola and all of them.
All these big companies got somewhere a whole recipe saved. So in the next world,
They're all right next to each other.
they
So,
come out
like,
up and they know how to make the Coca-Cola again. Like, come on, man. That's crazy.
we have a whole world of stuff. Like, you just got water? Cool. This recipe, everything you need back in this bunker.
Said it absorbed the powder milk and that can last forever. Like the yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, I hope we not going to no doomsday. Let's leave the bunkers alone. Let's play peaceful in the countries, and let's not play with these nuclears. I was reading on nuclear. I was like, God damn, everybody got nuclears. It's crazy. Russia got them, China got them, we got them, we got a lot too. But it's just damn, you know what I mean? I got multiple nuclears going down. It's hundreds, thousands of nuclear. I'm like, please.
There was a big war before we had that. It was big grace for everybody to have them. And it used to be the sign of power having nuclear that.
True. Yeah, I don't get it. And I don't care if we got the most. I don't want one to use it. It takes one idiot to hit the button. And then there's a damn nuclear war. Oh my God. I'm not gonna talk of this in existence. So leave that alone. But all right, let's get some motivation, man. Let's get some
Jump into more. About the motivation now, so I don't want another back.
this is some motivation. This is scary out here, but so yeah, let's get some motivation. So motivation. I need a motivation. Oh man. All right, so this one says, work like you don't need money, dance like nobody's watching, and love like you never been hurt. I agree with the two parts, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do gotta work like you need money. But I get what they're saying. Because eventually you're working and doing stuff and you're not thinking about the money. Eventually the money's gonna come. It's gonna come somehow, some way, because you're just enjoying what you're doing and you're getting the job done. And then eventually the money's gonna come. That's where I got when they said, work. Don't work, but you don't need the money. And then I thought about one of my songs when I said out of control. I was like, dance how you want to do. So it was like, dance like somebody, like nobody's watching, so you have fun, and then a big thing. Love. You wanna take the chance again to love. Even like, you've been hurt, you went through some things, but hey, you want to love like you've never been hurt, because then that just makes your relationship better and it floors your relationship. Also definitely I like that one. I like that one. Um I get to another one. It says you fall, get up, make mistakes, you learn from them, be human and be you. Yeah, definitely you fall and just get up. It's all about the mentality. Hey, you gotta get up. So that's the next step. When you fall, you gotta get up. That's what you think about. And then you want to definitely learn from your mistakes. Things you go in life, you want it to make you already learn from it. So you don't repeat it, or it just makes you stronger and make you better. And then be human. Some people treat people a certain way, but you gotta think about they're human. We're not robots yet. So, certain things they
Robot yet. But
yeah, but say, we're not robots yet. I mean, as in like the robots are not here like officially doing everything yet, as in that way, you know what I mean?
Oops. He got no secret plan like tomorrow. I'm about to go down to the robot shop. I'm getting my arm replaced.
So that's coming. So I talked about that. But yeah, we not robots yet. So let's still act human. Treat people like they're human. And then also be you. Be you, that just brings you far. And then like I said, you only make one you in life, so just be you. So that's how I rock with that. No, that's what I got from there. You know what I mean? Uh, so shout out my song still want to see people run it up. Like, man, Savage, man, still got the Savage out with Ty Dolla $ign, still moving and grooving with that track. Definitely want people still download it, stream it, play it, dance to it, have fun with it, and send me something. I want to see people dancing to it. I want to see some people just creating different things. I need some ideas. If you got any ideas, just shoot it to me and see what I could do and what we could do. Yeah, so definitely check that song out. Savage is everywhere: Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, all that stuff, all that good stuff, all that streaming stuff. So just go check that out when you get a chance. Savage, because I want everybody to unleash the Savage. There's good weather's running around. Want to hear it in the clubs. That's the goal. I want to hear it. And want to hear it. Want to walk in the club. Want to hear it. So that's what I'm putting out there. So that's my goal. Um, and I think that's all I got for today. So make sure you join us for the next time. In the meantime, between times, you've been rocking with Duba.
And Jamel.
Peace.
I love it. You guys are so great.